Before proceeding, let us say that Ekaschandra Sadvitiyavat. You need not wait for a moon to verify it. It can be very easily verified. Just hold the finger like this and with an object yonder, but your gaze must be directed towards the finger and not the object. Now suppose there is a camera. If I hold, means in the direction hold it, but look at here, cameras are two. You can verify. See, you can hold your finger like mic or this or the timepiece, and this, but you have to look at the finger. And if you want to experiment, do it here. If you do at home, they will say, "Subah subah kidhar jata?" Start doing strange things. So it is very easy. Anything, even tube light, etc. Anything, just see, you have to. It means with the backdrop of that object, you have to look at the finger. If you look at there, it won't. That is one thing. And one more. You see, this is the adhyasa on an object which is perceptibly available is possible was agreed. But the contention was earlier, Pura Paksha was, see, Atma in a Shukti, etc., the adhyasa is accepted. But Atma is not perceptible, not available for object, and therefore adhyasa in Atma is not possible. That was the Pura Paksha. While Pura Paksha presenting, he said, look, your Atma is Yushmat Pratyaya Apetaha. See, because Yushmat Pratyaya means Anatma. At least some content of Anatma is there, then we are able to objectify or not, perceive or not. But Atma is totally free from Anatma. And you are telling us that it is Avishaya. Avishaya means it is not an object of cognition, therefore it is not available for cognition. That Pratyagatmanaha Avishayatvam Bravishi, page 17, which you have already seen, but I want to add some Bhamati there, because I found Bhamati quite clear as such than the Ratnaprabha. This is how it happens. The Tikakara, they excel in at certain points. So one excels in some point, other excels in other points. So page 17, first line Bhashya, Pratyagatmanaha Avishayatvam Bravishi. Sir, you are telling that your Pratyagatma is Avishayaha, not an object of cognition. Agreed, it is so. It is so. How it is Avishaya? The Bhamati derives it. In Bhamati, last but sixth line, Bhamati, not Nyanaya. Bhamati, last but sixth lines. Vishayatvehi. If Atma is Vishaya, Vishayatve, last portion of the last but sixth line. Vishayatvehi Chidatmanaha Anyaha Vishayi Bhavi. If Atma is Vishaya, Vishaya means object. When you say an object, object needs to be perceived or cognized by a subject different from the object. Understood? Any object has to be cognized, perceived by a subject called Vishayi. Vishayi. Subject is called who? Vishayi. Vishaya, object. Vishayi is the subject. It needs to be cognized by a Vishayi. No? So therefore, if Vishayatve, if Atma is Vishaya, supposition it is. Means if Atma is Vishaya, we are landing in much big problem. We will see that. Vishayatve Chidatmanaha Anyaha Vishayi Bhavi. This Atma, actually what is the nature of Atma? Chidatma, Chaitanya Swarupa Atma. And that Atma is Vishaya, there must be another Vishayi, a subject who can objectify. Not only that, that will be Chidatma and this will be an object, inert as such. So therefore Vishayi Bhavir. So then Tathacha, accordingly, Yaha Vishayi Saha Eva Chidatma. The one who is Vishayi, Vishayi means what? Subject. That subject itself is what? Chidatma, because he is the cognitive principle. Chidatma is the cognitive principle, awareness principle. So therefore he said, Vishayi cha eva vidatma. Now what will happen? And what is Vishaya? Vishayaha tu. Now who is Vishaya now? Earlier Atma has become Vishaya. Vishaya tu. Tataha anyaha. Other than that, tataha. Anyaha, different. Tataha, from that. What is the from that? The second Vishayi, so other than that, Anyaha, then what happens? Yushmat pratyaya gocharaha abhyupeyaha. By force, you have to accept that earlier Atma, which is supposed to be Vishaya, has now become Yushmat pratyaya gochara, means it has become Anatma. It has become Anatma. Now what happens? The second Vishayi is Chidatma, and being Atma, and you say what? If Atma is Vishaya, that second Vishayi who is supposed to be Chidatma also must have another Vishayi, some other third Vishayi, because it is Vishaya. Vishaya means needs to be cognized by Vishayi. So Vishayi, that will be Chidatma. The second Atma will be what? Jada, inert, Yushmat Pratyaya. Where are we landing now? That third one also is what? Atma, it's Vishaya. Again this thing, you are landing what is called as Anavastha Dosha. Anavastha Dosha means there is absence of finality. You will not be able to arrive at any Atma which is concretely available. Concretely means which is there in the Chaitanya Swarupa. Technically they call regress ad infinitum. Say it is a regress ad infinitum, means you will continue like this up to infinity without coming to any finality. So therefore, so that is what is pointed out. Tasmad anatmatva prasanga. It continues like this. You don't have a final Atma at all. Anatma prasanga. How? So anavastha pariharaya. So this is the anavastha. Anavastha means regress ad infinitum, absence of finality. To, so that is that. To avoid that, what should be done? Yushmat pratyaya apetatvam. Atma must be totally free from Yushmat pratyaya, means anatma, even at ansha of anatma cannot be there in Atma, apetatvam. Therefore, ataha eva avishayatvam atmanaha vaktavyam. Atma should be said to be what? Avishaya, not an object. And when it is not an object, what I stand, hold good. What did I tell you? Adhyasa is possible only in an object perceptibly available. Your Atma is not Vishaya, not perceptibly available. Therefore, Adhyasa is not possible. He concludes, Tathacha na adhyasaha iti arthaha. Tathacha na adhyasaha iti arthaha. So that adhyasa is not possible. This is will be uchyate, pariharati, uchyate, etc. Na tavad ayam ekantena avishayah. That is ayam. Ayam means who? This we have already seen Bhashya and Ratnaprabha we have seen. Only Bhamati portion I wanted to supplement because it becomes that avishayatva. It makes it very clear as such. Because Atma is avishaya, and he says that not totally, completely it is not. What is that? Not completely it is not avishaya. It is also vishaya. How can Atma be vishaya? That is explained more clearly by Bhamati there. So therefore, say answer is given. Tavat. Tavat means can mean at first also. Here it can mean indeed. Tavat. Ayam means this Chidatma. Ekantena. Ekantena we have seen invariably it can mean completely or totally. So there Atma ekantena. So avishayaha. So avishaya can not an see, Atma is not and no object invariably or completely, means Atma can also be an object. Avishaya also can mean unknown. Atma is not totally unknown. Atma is not completely unknown or invariably unknown, means it is known. That is one thing. Or avishaya means not an object, in the sense you can't say Atma is not an object totally, means Atma is available as object also. Accepted? You should start frowning. How is it possible? How Atma is available for objectification? So, but who has told this? Bhashikara. He has a point there. He has a point. See, he doesn't accept Atma as an object, because see, as an object means subject must be there or not. Pramata. Pramata and objectifies the prameya, and that prameya is object. It's fine. Huh? Now, who is this Atma? The very basis of pramata, the knower. That no basis, adhisthana of the knower cannot be an object. So therefore, this is very nicely. Then how is it said that it is available for objectification? Not in reality, but for practical purpose, Atma is available for cognition. So this is what, how, now take this Bhamati. Kutaha asmat pratyay vishayatva, that is it. Avishaya. Why it is a asmat pratyay vishayatva? It the vishaya, the object of asmat pratyay is ahankara. This we have already seen in Ratnaprabha. Asmat. Atma is an object of asmat pratyaya, means ahankara, in the sense Atma is known through ahankara. How is it? This is what Bhamati is now explaining. Kutaha asmat pratyay vishayatvat. How do you say Atma is an object of asmat pratyaya? How do you say? Answer is, says ayamarthaha. This is what is meant by Atma is an object of that is asmat pratyaya, that is ahankara. What is it? First it says, it is true. What is true? Atma is not a vishaya at all. Satyam, true. What is it? Pratyaga Atma. Atma swayam prakashatvat, itself being self-luminous principle, a very knowledge principle, saprakashatvat, avishayaha, not an object. See, look here, sun illumines, sun is the illuminator. Can the sun be the illumined? No. Even if you take a torch and then illumine sun, what happens? It has no meaning at all. So likewise, Atma is the very knowledge principle which makes us know the inert object. So that one which makes us know the inert object cannot be the inert object. Satyam, accepted. Say, why? Swaprakashatvat avishayaha, also anaushascha. Not that some part is luminous and some part is non-luminous. Like when you listen, some portion is understood. some dark spots are some dark spots are there. So like that, no. Atma is not that way. It is totally, it is knowledge principle. See, as you proceed, everything will be clear, okay? I think so far, I am sure it has not gone over the head. That much I can make out from the way. I can get the feedback from your eyes. It has not gone over the. At some places, little difficulty might have been there. We are just even not in the beginning, okay? As we proceed, once Adhyasa Bhasha is over, you will have that clarity as such and you will understand. And once Adhyasa Bhasha is over, you can have, you can have a smooth ride, except in second chapter, little ups and downs will be there, that's all. So you can, entire Brahmasutra you can attend this. Attend means? You are eligible, you have got the capacity to understand, that's all. You have got the capacity to understand. I have not given permission, okay? You have got capacity to understand. For permission, already whatever told holds good. Okay. So now you say, see, tathapi, even then. What is that even then? Atma is swaprakasha, knowledge principle, not at all an object. Even then appears as though an object. How? Let us see. Tathapi anirvachaniya anadi avidya parikalpita, because of being conditioned by anadi anirvachaniya avidya, which is beginningless, which is inexplicable. We have seen mithya ajnanam, anirvachaniya ajnanam, anadi anirvachaniya anadi avidya parikalpita means projected. What are those? Buddhi, intellect, manaha, mind, means antakarana, sukshma sthula sharira, gross body, subtle body, indriyas, avachedena, because of parichinnata, because of limitations that are effected on Atma on account of these, which are the buddhi, etc., which are the products of anirvachaniya, anadi, avidya. So therefore he says, anavachinnahapi. Truly, Atma cannot be limited by either avidya or its effects, like space. See, space cannot be limited by pot. It appears as though limited, but it is not limited by space, pot as like that. Anavachinnaha api means aparichinnaha api, though not the this, what is it? Limited. So what happens? Vastutaha means for practical purpose. In terms of our experience, vastutaha, what happens? It says, vastutaha avachinnaha api, as though limited. Again, abhinnaha api, even though Atma is non-divisible, homogeneous, chaitanya, chit swarupa, bhinnaha iva, as though two objects are not the same, different from one another. Bhinnaha iva. Again, akarta api, even though Atma is not karta, appears as what? For practical purpose, karta iva. Further, abhokta api, even though he is not a bhokta, not an experiencer, bhokta iva, as though bhokta iva. Now comes avishayaha api, though Atma is not an object of cognition. Why? The very content of the cognizer, the subject, which is not available for cognition. Just like, see, torch, flashlight. Americans, a flashlight. It's a torch. So which has got bulbs, bulb behind the cell. Now this, when you put it on, this torch can illumine whatever in front. Can it illumine the cells behind? No, we will do one thing. We will remove the cells and keep in front. Keep in front. The torch will not function. At least there you can experiment by removing the cells and keeping in front of the bulb. Here you can't remove Atma and keep for objectification. So therefore he says, Avishayapi, even though Avishayapi, Asmat Pratyaya Vishayaha eva. As though an object of Asmat Pratyaya means Ahankara. Actually, it is the very content of Ahankara, the basis of Ahankara. But for practical purpose, as if, oh, something known through I, something known through what? Ahankara. Eva, he says, what happens, poor fellow? Jiva bhavam apannaha avabhasate. So he is available as what? Jiva bhavam apannaha. Promotion or demotion? Demotion. So therefore, Satchidananda Paramatma, Brahmaswarupa, now with that, Jiva bhavam apannaha avabhasate, appears to be so. So therefore, Atma, though Avishaya, appears as if the Vishaya of what? Asmat Pratyaya, that is Ahankara. I said this gives a more clarity because Ratnaprabha only has taken Asmat Pratyaya and gone. He has not why it is that way. It is very interesting. So it happens at times. Nyaya, of course, after Chatusutri, Nyaya only is a consistent. Bhamati is a very scholarly. You can see the volume of his tika. Whereas others have finished in small portion. Bhamati, see how much it continues, etc. So he goes on and on in certain thing, and at certain place he just skips and goes. It depends on the way of thinking, etc., etc. But this is scholasticity standpoint. Bhamati is the one who excels us. So that is it. But we are not interested in the scholasticity. We are interested in. Come on, what is it? Atmajnana Tatparya Nishchaya. Tatparya Nishchaya, so that we can gain the Atma Jnana. Now coming to our portion where we have left. Page 19. So answer was, sir, there is no hard and fast rule that Nachayamasti niyamaha purovastite eva vishaye vishayantaram adhyasavitavyam. Page 18. Sir, there is no such a rule that an object can be superimposed on another which is perceptibly available as an object, like Shukti. Shell is available for perception and it is an object. Like that, the Adhisthana, the locus or basis is a better word possibly. Locus also can help us. So the basis, Adhisthana, our Sanskrit words are better than English, because English can have some other meaning. Adhisthana, so the Adhisthana should be perceptible and available for objectification. Nachayamasti niyamaha. Such a rule is not there. That purovasite means what? Indriya Sanyukta, perceptibly available as an object, such a no. Why? Look here. Apratyakshe api akashe. In the akasha, space, sky means here in the space, apratyaksha, not perceptible, not available as an object. In that, balaha, the ignorant folks, the avivekinaha, so balaha, what they do? Tala, base. Base means like canopy, like an inverted thing as such. Tala, malinata. So malinata means impurity, like yellow color or some color has come, so it is impure, like that. Adhyasanti. So therefore say, he is now deduces. What is this particular portion of Bhasha for what it is? After Lakshana definition was given, this is for Sambhavana. What is Sambhavana? Tenability, possibility. Adhyasa is possible. Why? Purupaksha objected, I accept as far as object is concerned, in one object you can object other, but not on the Atma because not available as a Vishaya. No, in a thing which is not available as an object also, what is that? The Adhyasa is possible. How? This is space. Can the space be perceived? And you are seeing what? Blueness, canopy, and other things, etc. Kadai. Canopy, kadai is okay. A cauldron, it's a cauldron. Or boiling the oil, heating pan, etc. There's frying pan. So like that you are seeing. So that is, but how, where? In space, which is apratyaksha, not perceptibly available. So therefore, other evam, therefore it says, read evam.
एवं अविरुद्धः प्रत्यगात्मन्यपि अनात्माध्यासः
Evam. So evam, in this manner. In this manner means because there is no rule that adhyasa should take place on a perceptible object that is in front of you, because even in things like space which are not available for objectification or perception, adhyasa is found evam, in this manner. Say pratyagatmani, on pratyagatma. Why pratyagatma, innermost eye? Not the notional eyes, because annamaya kosha is taken as eye, pranamaya kosha is taken as eye, manomaya kosha is taken as eye, vijnanamaya kosha is taken as eye, Anandamaya kosha is taken as I. No, this is the Chaitanya Swarupa. So therefore, Pratyagatmani api. They know what is that api also. So what does it mean? In Vishaya, which is Adhishthana, see, where Adhishthana is available for objectification perceptively, Adhyasa is possible, you also have agreed. But you refuse to accept where it is not available, etc. So therefore, api means besides adhyasa possible on an adhisthana which is perceptibly available. Here also where pratyagatmani, which pratyagatma? Totally free from yushmat pratyaya, the pratyagatma which is a vishaya, not an object. There also is what? Say anatmadhyasaha. Anatmadhyasa is anatmanaha adhyasa. Apis to show that not just on the purovarti perceptible, even on imperceptible adhisthana, adhyasa is possible. Anatmadhyasaha, anatmanaha adhyasaha. Adhyasa of anatma is what? Aviruddhaha. Aviruddha means unopposed, in the sense aviruddha also means proper or compatible. So it is proper or compatible. So that is aviruddha. So that is how Sambhavana means tenability, possibility is deduced. Tika, first line on 19. Sambhavanam nigamayati evamiti. Sambhavanam, the tenability, nigamayati. Nigamayati means deduces. How? Evam aviruddha pratyagatmani anatmadhyasa. Api anatmadhyasa. Now here, a doubt is possible. A Purva Paksha says, Sir, why are you taking to Brahma Mimamsa? Why are you taking Brahma Mimamsa? You want to gain the Brahma Jnana. Why you want to gain the Brahma Jnana? To get rid of bondage. And Athato Brahma Jidnyasa says, Brahma Jidnyasa Kartavya. Take to inquire into the nature of Brahma. Why? If you gain the knowledge, bondage goes. Why bondage is false? Therefore, what you want now? Jnana. Jnana to destroy ajnana, to gain the moksha. ये अध्यास किधर से लाया? And not only that, you are very much fond of it. At least one, had you told passing this, refer to, etc., understandable. Again and again, akshepa bhashya, parihara bhashya, then lakshana para bhashya, sambhavana para bhashya, big pramana para bhashya is still to come. What is this? This is tika. Nanu brahmajnana nashatvena sutritam avidyam hitva. Why you want to gain jnana? Because avidya is binding you, is it not? So, who is your adversity? Avidya. This culprit is who? Avidya. Avidya causes bondage, and therefore you want to have the knowledge which can destroy bondage with the avidya, and you can get the moksha. So therefore, brahmajnana nashatvena sutritam avidyam. Avidya, which is described indirectly, no doubt, where in the Athato Brahma Jidnyasa, first sutra, which can be destroyed by what? Brahma Jnana. Whereas you seem to have forgotten that. Avidyam hitva. Discarding that avidya, adhyasaha kimiti varnyate. Why are you describing this adhyasa, and not that at length you are describing? You say, so reason is given, tametam iti. So don't think that adhyasa is separate and avidya is separate. Actually, adhyasa is nothing but avidya karya. It is a product of avidya. So it is product of avidya. So therefore I say, bhashya.
तमेतम एवं लक्षणम अध्यासम पंडिताः अविद्या इति मन्यन्ते.
तम एवं लक्षणम अध्यासम पंडिताः अविद्या इति मन्यन्ते. Tam etam. So literally means that this. What is that this? That avidya which was described earlier, no, not avidya. Adhyasa. That adhyasa which was described earlier, and now this which is whose tenability is now. Tenability is what? Established. That one whose tenability is established. So therefore I say, so the tam etam. Now the tam, tika explains. Number one, akshiptam, samahitam, ukta lakshana lakshitam. See, they are all brief, this thing hints a lot of things. Akshiptam, you know what is that? That adhyasa for which akshepa was taken. Yushmad asmad pratyayo mithya adhyas mithya bhavitum yuktam. First, that portion. Such adhyasa is to be, it is improper. Okay, that is what is that mean. That is adhyasa akshepa bhashya from yushmad asmad pratyaya mithya bhavitum yuktam. Then parihara bhashya. That objection was answered. How? Tathapi ahamidam mamedamiti naisargikoyam loka vyavaharaha. That is what is that? Samahitam. What is samahita? Doubt resolved. Samahita means state in samadhi also. So where the doubt, the parihara, the removal of doubt is taken too. So samahitam, ukta lakshanam. Who lakshana, characteristics or definition was given where koyam nama adhyasaha smriti rupaha paratra purvadrishtava bhasaha. So that one lakshita tametam. Now adhyasam. Etam is that. What is this etam? Now where we have pointed out its sambhavana is established. Sambhavana is established. That one. Adhyasam. that adhyasa being so. What is it? Tika. Avidya karyatva. It is the product of what? Avidya. Being the product of avidya. So avidya karyatva. So avidya iti manyanti. So who? Panditaha. The learned people consider this adhyasa which was described hitherto as what? Avidya. Why? It is avidyakarya. Is it not in the world? An effect is, that means cause is known by the effect. The cause is known by the effect. So that way, so therefore, the adhyasa is avidyakarya, effect of the product of avidya. Therefore, so that is what adhyasa is considered as nothing but avidya only. So there are panditaha, learned people, avidya iti manyanti. One reason. See, keep in mind, now the word avidya is used for what? Adhyasa, because this will be used afterward, and then you will translate as ignorance and land in problem. Actually, it means what? Adhyasa. Immediate process. See, immediately the subsequent this, pramana parvasha, a little closer concentration is necessary. Not difficult, but little closer application of the mind is necessary. In fact, it is very interesting also. Yes, sir. So that I say, that is it. One reason why avidya, adhyasa is called as avidya, it is avidya. Another reason why adhyasa is called avidya is, it is destroyed by vidya. Adhyasa can be destroyed by what? Vidya. Therefore also it is called avidya. Tika. Vidya nivartyatvacha asya avidyatvam iti aha. Asya means who? Kasya? Adhyasasya. So avidyatvam, the status of being avidya. Why? The reason is vidya nivartyatva. Vidyaya nivartyatva. Because adhyasa can be destroyed by vidya. So therefore it is called as avidya, because vidya destroys what? Avidya. Knowledge destroys ignorance. So therefore adhyasa is called as what? Avidya. Two reasons. One is it is the karya effect of avidya, therefore adhyasa is called avidya. Other is it is destroyed by vidya, and therefore it is called avidya. That is now Bhashya tells.
Tad vivekena cha vastu swarupavadharanam vidyam ahuhu.
Tad vivekena cha. Tayoho vivekena cha. Viveka, by distinguishing between those two, sifting between those two, tayoho, between those two. What are those two? Adhisthana and aropya. By separation or distinguishing, adhisthana the basis and aropya is the thing that is superimposed. By distinguishing with this, adhisthad vivekena cha, vastu swarupavadharanam, ascertainment of the vastu, the adhisthana. It is like this. Distinguishing means what? Tikakara explains. Adhyastha nishedhena, third line. You should continue with that, Tika. Adhyastha nishedhena, by nishedha, negation of adhyastha, that which is superimposed. Adhyastha nishedhena. Then what is done? Adhisthana swarupa nirdharanam. Nirdharanam, ascertaining the adhisthana swarupa, that is vidya. So that is what? Equal to vidyam. And that vidya as continuing adhyasa nivartikam. That vidya destroys the adhyasa. Iti ahuhu ityartha. So therefore, tad vivekena, by distinguishing the vastu swarupa from the adhyastha, the adhyastha, the thing, aropya, something adhyastha, say ascertaining the Atma Swarupa. Therefore it is called Vidyam Ahu. Vidyam Ahu. Still, one may wonder. Anyway, you want to destroy whom? Avidya. You want to destroy avidya. So you are handling it there. But still, why so much of partiality for adhyasa? Why are you after this adhyasa? You leave the avidya. See, this is a Urupaksha to elucidate exact purpose why so much of importance is given. Avidya, if not manifest, you can be kosi with it. In sleep, avidya is there or not? Anybody has got problem of sleep? You may have problem that you can't sleep. That is different thing. But sleep is not a problem. On the contrary, it is more desired. Only problem is if it comes at a wrong time. Like poor Lakshmana got it. You know that Lakshmana got at the time of coronation when he has to rejoice. He slept because and he smiled because 14 years he had not slept. He smiled. So you are coming at a wrong time when I have to. In fact, Rama misunderstood. See, an action at a wrong time can create even Rama misunderstanding. You know what Rama said? See, Lakshmana is smiling. Lakshmana smiled for what? At a time when I have to rejoice that the sleep is overpowering me. Rama thought, see, Lakshmana is thinking, all and the Vanavasa, that is, I did it, Lakshmana, and who is sitting on the throne now? See, how wrong notions can come. In all families, 85% of the problems are because of lack of mutual understanding. You can interpret like anything, it can be there. So they better have a dialogue and sort it out. 75% of the problem will be solved as such. So that wrong thing. So sleep is desirable, but problem it comes at the wrong time. Tomorrow you have to give a very important examination and you sleep is coming. How you say? No, that's it. You say that way. Look, understandable. But still, your problem is with avidya. Why that much of this? You know why? Avidya, if not manifest, its anartha, its calamitous nature is not known. Avidya, if not, it is bound to answer. But when not manifest, its anartha, its calamitous effect is not known. But when avidya is manifest, for example, in the waking and the dream, samsara is in full swing. Anartha or sarthaka? Mahadanartha. So it is maha anartha. So therefore, in the waking and the dream, when avidya manifests in terms of adhyasa, the anartha of samsara is moment by moment experience. But in sleep, exclusive state of avidya, anartha is not cognized. So therefore, what we have to say? One may say, you are talking of avidya. What harm this avidya has done to you? On the contrary, you would like to sleep, is it? You would like to sleep. Why are you after that? No, mahadanartha. So all the waking and dream anartha is because of avidya. So that patika. Tathapi, even then means, so that is, it is the product of avidya, that is, adhyasa is product of avidya. Why importance is given to adhyasa? Tathapi, first the Purapaksha. Karana vidyam tyaktva. Having discarded the karana avidya means actual avidya, what is called mula avidya. See, karya vidya. Karya vidya is what? Adhyasa. Effect avidya is adhyasa. See, kimiti varnate. Why are you describing a detail like this? Ityaha. Tatra. Tatra means tatra bhashya. Tatra evam sati, etc. Take bhashya.
तत्र एवं सति यत्र यत् अध्यासः तत् कृतेन दोषेण गुणेन वा अणुमात्रेण अपि सः न संबध्यते।
तत्र एवं सति. Tatra means in the case of adhyasa. Evam sati, this being so. So what is tatra means tasmin adhyase, in the case of this adhyasa. Evam sati literally means this being so. What is that this being so? When adhyasa is proved to be the effect karya of avidya. Accepted or not? So far what has been done? Adhyasa is proved to be the karya, effect of it. Had you known the shukti as shukti, shell as shell, will you mistake for silver? If you know the Atma Swarupa, Satchidananda Swarupa, will you mistake as samsari? No. So therefore, being product of avidya, you say, evam sati, that is what evam sati is. You say, uktanyayena avidyatmake sati, tika. Evam sati means, uktanyayena, for reasons that were given so far to prove adhyasa. Say, that adhyasa being what? Avidyatmake sati, being of the nature of avidya. Tapna Prabha, 4th and 5th line. You should not, better keep a finger. If you miss it, you keep a finger there. So that avidyatmake sati. So that is what evam sati means. When adhyasa is proved to be the product of adhyasa, you say, now you know what is the corollary now? Avidya. Adhyasa is proved to be the product of avidya. You know what is the what you can deduce now? Adhyasa is product of avidya. Adhyasa affects avidya is adhyasa is a product of avidya. Adhyasa is affected by avidya is false or real? Mithya ajnana, false. When avidya is false, adhyasa its product is false or real? False. So if adhyasa is false, therefore can the false adhyasa which gives the appearance of false adhyasta, can it contaminate or afflict the adhisthana? You happen to go to Rajasthan, and in that desert you saw the torrential flow of mirage. Not small patch, small, as if a big river is flowing. Of what? Mirage. Will the desert be wet? Superimposed things cannot bring any change or cannot afflict the basis adhisthana. Why? Ajnana is false, therefore adhyasa is false. Adhyasa false means adhyasta is false. Adhisthana is unscathed. Thank God. Do you know why? Atma is unscathed. Even though anatma adhyasa takes place, Atma is totally, and that means not at all afflicted. So therefore it say, yatra yadadhyasaha, in any yatra adhisthane, see, yatra in any given adhisthana, yadadhyasaha, yasya aropyasya adhyasaha. So in any adhisthana, the basis, whatever superimposition of whatever that is superimposed, adhyasa. Tat krutena doshe gunena va. Tat krutena means adhyasa krutena. What are those? Doshena, vices, defects. Gunena, virtues, merits. Va, either by vices or virtues, by dosha or good thing, guna. So tat kritena gunena va saha. Saha means adhisthana padartha rupaha. See, saha is in masculine. You can't say adhishthanam because adhishthanam is neuter. So therefore you have to say, so adhisthana padartha is masculine. Adhisthana padartha rupaha. So in our case, what is that adhisthana? Chidrupaha atma. Saha happens, applies. So chidrupaha atma. Actually it is, saha is adhisthana padartha. Here in our case, it is chidatma. So he says, na sambadhyate is not connected. Why is it not connected? Avidya is false. Avidya karya adhyasa is false. Adhyasta is false. A false thing cannot bring any real change in the adhisthana. Na sambadhyate. Now Tika explains why it was, that means why the Bhashyakara is giving so much of importance to adhyasa. We have seen, because the adverse effect of avidya, even in its exclusive state, sleep, is not cognized, but when it is cognized, in the waking and the dream, when adhyasa is operating, that is the reason. Take that. Mula vidyayaha of avidya, which is the root cause of adhyasa and the samsara. Sushuptau, in the deep sleep state. See, in the deep sleep state, adhyasa, not adhyasa, avidya alone is there in the exclusive state of avidya. Exclusive means what? Avidya karya is not yet manifest. So therefore I say, so mula vidyaya sushuptau anarthatva darshana. Anarthatvasya adarshana. Its calamitous nature in terms of projecting samsara is not seen. You see, the adarshana, whereas karyatmana, in the form of effect, namely in the waking and the dream state, anarthatva jnapanartham, to make us know its anarthatva, that it is something which is undesirable, calamitous in nature. What is calamitous in nature? Avidya. See, calamitous nature of avidya is cognized only when it manifests in terms of adhyasa in the waking and the dream state. Jnapanartham tadvarnanam. Tadvarnanam means karya rupa adhyasasya varnanam. Description of adhyasa, which is the effect of avidya. In short, yatra yadadhyasaha tatkritena doshena gunena va anumatraha api. What is anumatraha? Even a wee bit means to the least extent. Anumatra means atomic. Means to the least extent, is that there is no sambadhate. In short, Tikakara says, adhyasta kruta guna doshabhyam adhishtanam na lipyate iti akshararthaha. Adhyasta krita guna doshabhyam, by the guna, the virtues, dosha, defects, the vices, by that, by what? Affected by what? Krita. Affected by who? Adhyasta. Adhyasta krita guna doshabhyam adhishtanam, the basis, na lipyate, is not tainted, is not connected, is not afflicted or not associated. Iti, so akshararthaha. Iti akshararthaha. This is the aksharartha, means word meaning. Sambhavana bhashya is over. There in bhashya saha na sambadhyate, with that adhyasa sambhavana parabhashya. Sambhavana parabhashya. What is that parabhashya? Pramana parabhashya. Lakshana Parabhasha. Parabhasha means totally dedicated, totally preoccupied with, like this, Seva Paraha. One who is totally dedicated to the service. Chinta Paraha. One who is totally immersed in what? The worries. So like that. So this is Sambhavana Para. Means this portion of Bhasha totally occupied with what? Means no other topic is taken. Only proving the tenability of the Adhyasa. So therefore say Lakshana Sambhaha. Therefore say Saha na Sambhadyate. So now what is so described now? Lakshana definition, Sambhavana tenability are proved. So he said, and Adhyasa is going to be proved with the three. Pramana also. He says, look, so we are Nayayikas. Without Pramana, kuch nahi chalega. So what is required? Means of knowledge. You have to prove the Pramana, this Adhyasa by what? Pramana, the valid means of knowledge. You know what is the means of knowledge for Adhyasa? In fact, all discussion not necessary, but this fellow is asking, and therefore, so you know what is that? Pramana is, he is going to conclude that Sarvaloka Pratyaksha. It is universally experienced directly. Means Pramana for Adhyasa is Sakshi Pratyaksha. This word is the technical term. What is Sakshi Pratyaksha? In contrast to what is Indriya Pratyaksha. Make note of these two words. You know what is Indriya Pratyaksha? Say, look, you are listening to me now. With what? Ear. Now what you hear is directly heard, means directly perceived, but with the help of ear. You are seeing the microphone with the eyes, Indriya Pratyaksha. Smelling something, Indriya Pratyaksha. Tasting something, Indriya Pratyaksha. Touching something, Indriya Pratyaksha. Fine. Okay. Now, in your mind, what has happened is a desire has cropped up. How do you know? You saw with the eyes? No. Or heard? Or tasted, touched, smelled? No. Directly no. That desire is a thought. Directly known. Why? Made known by who? Sakshi. Sakshi Pratyaksha means without the help of Indriyas. Indriya Pratyaksha means that which is perceived through the Indriya, sense organs. So Sakshi Pratyaksha is that which is perceived, means cognized, known without the instrumentation of the Indriyas. Sakshi Pratyaksha. Adhyasa, I am the body. Don't you know directly?
Yes.
For the timing, don't doubt, because jnana is yet awaited. Jnana is yet awaited as such, so it is still awaited as such, but we are dealing with the adhyasa. So therefore, any doubt, I am the body? No. So it is not. So therefore, this Sakshi Pratyaksha means without the help of Indriyas you have perceived, is it not? So that is what is Sakshi Pratyaksha. This is the Pramana. But not being content with that, no, we want concrete. So therefore the Pramana is being asked, and therefore what is being done is, so Anumana, inference, and Arthapatti also are going to be given as the Arthapatti means presumption, Anumana means inference. These two Pramanas, means of knowledge, are going to be given. Actually, not to prove Adhyasa, because Adhyasa is Sarvaloka Pratyaksha, it is directly perceived without the help of the Indriyas. But these Pramanas are given to justify the possibility or the tenability of the Adhyasa. This is done. That is not only that, therefore it is Pramana Para Bhasha. Also, it is Pramana Para Bhasha because it is going to point out all our Pramana Vyavaharas. Our Pramana Vyavaharas means all our dealings as, see, I hope you notice Pramana Vyavahara. a pramata, knower, making use of means of knowledge, pramana, to know a vishaya, the prameya. This functioning is called as what? Pramana vyapara. All pramana vyaparas are based on adhyasa. Without adhyasa, your thing will be clear. Without adhyasa, no pramana, whether it is laukika pramana, worldly means of knowledge, or Vedika, Shastriya pramana, all are based on the fundamental error of taking the body, etc. as I, means they are based on what? The adhyasa. So all these things are going to be made clear now. Read.
Sametam avidyakyam atmanatmanoho itaretaraadhyasam pulaskritya sarve brahmana prameya vyavaharaha laukikaha vaidikaha cha pravruttaha.
Tametam. Yes. I started because he should not continue. This adhyasa described, so puraskritya, with that as the basis, or in English we puraskritya means on account of that, on account of this adhyasa, or with this adhyasa as the basis, sarve pramana prameya vyavaharaha, all the activities or the functionings of pramana, the means of knowledge, and prameya, thing to be known, maybe laukikaha, worldly, or vaidikaha, shastriyaha, whether they are karma upasana para or moksha para. See, look here, even all sadhanas and inquiry about the Atma Swarupa is based on adhyasa only. It says, so avaidikascha pravruttaha. Pravruttaha means they are done. Of course, word by word we will take next time. I just gave the gist of it. Then the question, and what are those? Not only that, all the shastras, whether it is Vidhi Nisheda Shastra of Karma Kanda or Moksha Shastra, all are based on Adhyasa. All Vyavahara is based on Adhyasa. And for Pramana Prameya Vyavahara, what you need is Pramata. And this Pramata is the product of Adhyasa. So based on that, now the Pramana is going to be established.
Yo brahmanam vidadhati purvam yo vai vedanscha prahinoti tasmai tam devam atma buddhi prakasham mumukshur vai sharanamaham prapadye. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Yasyaiva spuranam sadatmatamasa kalpatatam bhasate sakshat tattvamasiti vedavachasa yogo dayatyashita yat sakshat karanat bhavenya punara vrittir bhavamho nidhau tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye Ashubhani Nirajaste Tanoti Shubha Santatim Sruti Matrena Yat Pumsam Brahma Tanmangalam Param Ati Kalyan